How's it going, guys? Winner Kills here. Welcome to round 2. Still in round 2 here, the Frostbite Circuit Opener, a recent online tournament that I held through Discord. 32-man playing field. We'll be taking a look at the deck breakdown halfway through this match. But we got 6 Samurai versus True Draco. When I saw these two guys paired together, knowing what they're playing, I knew I had to see how this interaction just played out. Yeah, I knew it was going to be strange. Just two very strange decks. And I guess not strange decks, but like, you know, this is a weird matchup. This really isn't a matchup you see every day. So True Draco going first, setting that Apocalypse, tributing and setting forward a copy of Dynamite Knight alongside 2 other back rows. So a pretty solid turn here, if you ask me. Dynamite is going to be able to, on the activation of that, or in response to anyways, of that reinforcement of the army, to go set that copy of the True King's Return directly from the deck, or even activate it directly from the deck if he so chooses to do so. And looks like he will. Pretty good card to have there, though. Can be basically a continuous Call of the Haunted. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I'm very familiar with 6 Samurais, because I'm not. But it looks like on this normal summon there might have been Kageki based on the yellow artwork. Again, I have to watch this back in very low quality while I do commentary, so my apologies. But the normal summon is going to be met with a Solemn Judgment, which, you know, losing your normal summon in what can be a somewhat fragile, yeah, it does look like it is Kageki, but what can be a very fragile combo deck. I know 6 Samurai is capable of doing somewhat of an infinite counter loop, which is just super fun. And interesting to watch. It's just really, really fun. Hope you could catch the sarcasm there, but it seems pretty fragile though. So it's no surprise that the Solemn Judgment on the Kageki is going to just stop the play outright, unless there's some other 6 Samurai players out there that are just like, nah, I'm just built different. I could just play through a Solemn Judgment. But I don't know. Again, I'm not a 6 Samurai expert. We're gonna see Diagram go off, popping the return, and looks like searching a copy of Heritage, and possibly drawing a card off that as well, I think, and then swinging in directly with the Dynamite, which is at 2800, also cannot be destroyed at least one time because of Diagram, which is pretty powerful. But now we're going to start seeing some actual plays happen here. Nothing to stop the normal summon, nothing to stop the follow-up extender, and now being able to get into a Sold, which is going to be at least going to hopefully get things going. And we're going to see the True King's Apocalypse, or True Draco Apocalypse, not True King Apocalypse. True Draco Apocalypse is going to be a pretty good card here. Card that can not only have the attack of all monsters the opponent controls, have the attack and defense. Obviously does not target, is one of the best things about it. But if it does leave the field, it can, if it is destroyed, essentially can, you know, trigger the effect to pop a monster, which could be, you know, coming a bit of a be a bit of a roadblock, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. But so far, so good combo going off here. And I believe that might be Genba, 6 Samurai Genba, and the only secret 6 Samurai Genba. And the only reason I know that is because I actually play that card in my Infernoble deck, which is actually getting some more support now with the Fire Flint Lady coming out in Battles of Legends. So super stoked for that. If anybody's wondering what cards I was excited for in that set, that is definitely going to be one of them, because it can be played to great extent in Infernoble Knight. But Martial Metal Marcher plays, so it looks like he's trying to go for standard Link Cross, Fiber, and Friends shenanigans. And it looks like a Call by the Grave is going to be played now to banish the Marcher's target from the graveyard. So that's going to significantly slow things down a little bit, though. Although a Fiber play still accessible here via the Marcher. Of course, it being a tuner can allow to set up some plays. And 6 Samurai continuous spell. Looks like maybe trading in some counters here to summon out another 6 Sam from the deck. And doing so could hope lead to more combos. I mean, our True Draco player really doesn't have much going for him at the moment. I mean, he can pretty much secure the battle phase because of Diagram and because of Apocalypse. Next turn, it's really going to be, I think, where True Draco, if our 6 Samurai player can't do anything else this turn, I think next turn is where we'll start to see our True Draco player really start to put on the gas, because he'll have a Diagram to resolve, he'll have a Heritage, and then obviously whatever card he picks up for turn, you know, so 2 cards in hand now could see, you know, could double, almost triple essentially, based on, you know, what the events of this turn sort of play out to be. So We do see Needle Fiber as expected with the Link Cross and the Marcher. That's going to summon out Jet Synchron and a World Legacy Succession being played now to bring back Martial Metal Marcher. Wasn't really expecting that route, but I guess it's going to get him to sort of where he wanted to be. Herald of the Arclight being one of the pieces to this main combo, and a Borrelsword Dragon coming down. Gotta say, Chief, wasn't expecting Borrelsword here. Now, some of these feature matches, I want to actually preface this now. Some of them I obviously had to, you know, find out when and coordinate with the players when they're going to be playing so I could join their matches and spectate. And we're going to see the Apocalypse now activate alongside the attack manipulation effect of Borrelsword. So pretty nice to have that there. So might not just be a complete OTK here, which is pretty nice. And Heritage removing that that set card, which ends up being called by the grave. But I didn't watch a lot of these matches during them actually happening. I would record them and then walk away if at all possible. And then, you know, especially for an EDO Pro, after game one, it'll tell you have to hit the side deck button to, you know, or not the side deck, to the clear the replay button to basically advance into the next game, which I actually did end up doing here. I actually was walking away from the game and thought I missed it and lagged out, but it actually just sped through the next game after I hit cancel on the replay. So I just wanted to point that technicality sort of thing out. So I am kind of commentating these matches blindly, which is pretty nice for the most part. So we're going to see what might have been a top-decked Heritage. Now, I'm also a little confused here as to what just transpired on our Six Samurai players' field. Looks like going all in for the Saravis here. I think that was a mistake. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was a mistake, a misclick, as can happen on EDO Pro. I don't think he meant to negate his own Borrelsword just to search Saravis. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. But these things do happen, and oh my, it looks like he has actually just destroyed a Stormfort to go search out Dat Metaltron 12, which is unaffected by monster spells and traps. And our Six Samurai player is going to concede, and looks like we're going to head into game two. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the 32 player breakdown as we do. So taking a look at the 32 deck breakdown here for this tournament, you can see the 12 other decks that would be classified as other, True Draco and Six Samurai amongst those. But looking at the main chart, you can see Pure Mech Knight being the most represented deck in the tournament alongside Dino and Invoked variants. Only 2 Eldritch and Adamancipator though in the playing field, which is pretty surprising. 1 Sky Striker, 1 Altergeist, 1 Infernoble because we are using cards from Rise of the Duelist, and 1 Cyber Dragon deck alongside some Salamangreat as well. So again, a pretty diverse playing field with plenty of rogue decks thrown there in the mix. So we're going to get back into it. And this one's going to play back a little bit faster because of EDO Pro things, but looks like our 6 Sam player finds that copy of Midbreaker Field, successfully able to resolve and go into Isolde. Isolde is going to send, looks like 3 equip spells there to go for Genba. We're going to link off into Link Cross. That's going to summon out 2 tokens, and I can imagine we'll see that Martial Metal Marcher. Marcher's going to bring back Genba, and then Genba going to synchro with that token to go for Tatsunoko, to go for Savage from hand, go for Needle Chief here. That's going to summon out a Jet Synchro from hand. That's going to go right into Auroradon. And that's going to bring out 3 tokens, of course, on its own. And then tribute off itself another token to summon O-Lion from deck to synchro for another level 8 here. That's going to be the Adamancipator Risen Dragite. And to top it all off, discarding the last card in his hand to go for Herald of the Arclight. So a clean 3 interrupt board here. Now the question will be, can True Draco break it? He's going to start by tributing Disciples for Maiden. Disciples is going to target the equip. Dragite's going to say no. Maiden's going to try to chain, and Herald's going to say no, but he's got Call by the Grave to negate that Herald, so it was seemingly all for naught for that massive Chainlink 5, and he's going to play Heritage now, and Savage Dragon is going to say no, and Battle Phase he's going to clear the defense position Dragite. So I don't want to say he used all of his interruptions way too early, because I definitely think he did. You know, he definitely did. I just don't think it's worth, because even if you do destroy his soul, the equip spell, and our True Draco player may or may not have known this, Borreload still keeps those counters. He'll still have those 2 interruptions. So we're gonna see the Monarch's Erupt be activated on the attack declaration of Borreload Savage. Borreload will negate it, but Maiden will be able to chain, of course, forget Ignis before things are set and done. He's going to set one and pass it back to True Draco. And what will he do, though? We're going to see a copy of Stormforth being played here, and I believe Savage Dragon should have one counter left on it. Actually, no, it is out of counters at this point. And he's going to tribute off, lo and behold, that Borreload Savage Dragon for a copy of Ignis Heat. And Ignis is going to swing in for 2,400. I just find it amazing to see how quickly that 3-interrupt board went off of just one Majesty Maiden tribute. I think he may have just put on the gas just a little too hard on that one play. Tried to put the kibosh on it a little too quickly. I mean, but then again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, of course, you always run the risk of losing Herald in the battle phase, but again, I don't know. Maybe just not the play for me, essentially. But either way, our 6-ham player's going to draw and pass. You hate to see it. True Draco's like, well, I guess I'll just keep swinging in as much as I can. He's got a set card here, so if he's got any True Draco monster in his hand, he can tribute that off, so long as, of course, it is a continuous spell or trap. But he's going to go right into battle phase. He's going to poke him, say, hey, if you got nothing, I'm in control here in the simplified game state. If you got nothing, I'm just going to keep swinging in. And that's exactly what he'll do. And 6-ham, drawing for a turn, just hoping to find something. He's going to draw to Cosmic Cyclone. He's going to play that right away. And Ignis, of course, is going to be like, chain, as True Draco players do. Chain, always just chain. And it ends up being a Disciples. Flipping up the Disciples here. I mean, I don't really think there's a big reason to flip up Disciples. It's just, oh, well, I mean, Disciples, the Apocalypse, I guess, might as well just go for the tribute. I completely forgot about that. That quick tribute effect during the opponent's turn. So completely dodging the Cyclone, and then once that Dynamite is on board, realizing that he's already down 1,000 life points, and 6 Samurai is going to concede the match 2-0. So True Draco taking this match very commandingly. And again, I will have deck lists out for you guys of all these deck lists that you guys are interested in very soon. Just bear with me. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And there should be another video going up today as well. The last feature match for round 2 before we move into round 3. So stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, WinterKill signing out. We'll see you in the next one. And of course, a special thanks to my Divine level channel members here on YouTube, Academic Thick, Travis Harris, and Zors. Thank you guys so much for continuing to generously support the channel.